Hi there, and welcome to our live show today. And we're here to talk about opportunities and trends a future engineer must know before signing up for an engineering program. With me today, I have Dr. Teoh, who is the Joint Dean of the Faculty of Engineering in SEGI Group of Colleges. Dr.
Hi
Teoh,
everyone.
can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Dr. Teoh. I'm the head for the Faculty of Engineering.
And it's great to have you here today. So we're here to just briefly talk to you about, what are the future trends, what are the opportunities when it comes to engineering. And if you're a student watching this right now, and if you're interested in the engineering program, can you leave a comment at the comments section? Maybe you could type in engineering, or you could type in, the fields of engineering that you would like to pursue. And then when we get there, we could, focus on that particular engineering pathway. If the admin could bring us our slides right now, I would like to walk you through how we are going to conduct today's session. So we will do this. So again, the title is Pathway to Engineering: Opportunities and Trends a Future Engineer Must Know. And what we are going to cover in the next 30 minutes or so is to talk to you about three things. Number one, how do you choose between the different engineering programs? Because as you know, engineering programs is very broad. There's electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. There's so many. So we're going to hear directly from the expert himself. How are you going to choose between different programs? So that's the first thing that we're going to talk about. And right after that, we're going to get into three things you must know before enrolling into an engineering program. And trust me, if you are really interested in pursuing engineering, this is a portion that you really don't want to miss. And lastly, we're going to talk about how to plan your next step, right? Where do you go from here, and what do you do from here, right? So let's move on to our first segment today: how to choose between the engineering programs, Dr. Teoh.
Yeah, basically in engineering, we have five main streams. Maybe we can go to the next slides. Okay, first is chemical engineering, and also we have civil engineering, automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical and electronic engineering. So for chemical engineering, in general, students need to be good in the chemistry, of course, and also they may involve some mathematics, but not so heavy as compared to others engineering. And students will learn about the organic and inorganic chemistry in the tertiary education. And nowadays, the hot topic of the chemical engineering are including the two-dimensional materials, and also people talk about the nanomaterials. And in Malaysia, there are a big job opportunity about the chemical engineering, especially in the oil and gas industry. Besides, we do have a cosmetic industry in Malaysia, which including the Jimbera in Kajang and Wipro Windsor in Subang Jaya. However, in recent years, the oil and gas in Malaysia actually go downtrend. And so maybe the job opportunity is not as much as compared to before.
Right.
So the next is about civil engineering.
Which is also quite a popular pathway to choose from, isn't it?
Yes, but used to be.
Used to be. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, allow me to zoom into the details. In general, students need to be good in chemistry because they involve material and also some structure. So students need to be good in physics and maths. And students will learn about the materials and structural design. And this industry used to be good in the past 5-10 years due to there are many mega projects that are launched by government and also by the private industry. However, come to recent year, actually the project actually come to a saturation point where the civil engineering go a little bit downtrend, especially when the COVID-19 pandemic hit our country. Actually, the civil engineering, the mega project are all stopped. So maybe for the current and the future 5-10 years, we don't foresee the civil engineering will have a big leap.
That's interesting to know.
So the next is about the automotive engineering.
Yes.
Okay, in general, students need to be good in physics and maths in order to learn about automotive engineering. And more importantly, students will learn about energy conversion and mechanical design, especially for the gear, all these things. And back to year 1984, Malaysia government established the first our own manufacturing in car, which is proton. And then after some time, we have a producer. And for last few years, our ex-PM talk about
the third.
I'm not sure whether we call it as a prodigal or something. Okay, of course, the automotive engineering have been in Malaysia for many years, about 30 years. After the Geely took over Proton, this is still a growing industry. And not to mention, beside our own car, we do have others investors from overseas, including Toyota, Honda, all this. And we foreseeing the job opportunity will be there for another 10, 20 years because nowadays when it comes to IR 4.0, there are evolution in the automotive engineering as well to convert the current the car system into the electrical car system, right? So the next will be the mechanical engineering. Okay, again in general, mechanical engineering students need to be good in chemistry because they involve material and also physics and maths. And students will learn about materials, tool and die. And in the modern mechanical engineering, students will learn about mechanical design that involve additive manufacturing, or you can understand as 3D printing. And in Malaysia, basically, mechanical engineering appear in all the manufacturing industry, including all the MNC and SME. So all in all, mechanical engineering are having a big job opportunity for current and future market. And the last one is the electrical and electronic engineering. Compared to other stream of engineering program, EE actually required heavy mathematics because they involve the analysis of signals. And of course, physics is a must under the EE engineering. And students will learn about the electrical power, signal, and telecommunication. And the job opportunity for the electrical and electronic engineering is very similar to the mechanical, where all the manufacturing industry require EE engineer. Moreover, electrical and electronic engineering are very welcome by the MNC company, including Intel, Huawei, Keysight, and so on. So basically, this is the overview of the 5 engineering stream in Malaysia.
Right? And I hear you say this over and over again, Dr. Teo, job opportunities and how you're going to meet the demand. You almost sound like an economician to me.
Okay, actually, my humble belief, the meaning of tertiary education is to produce the workforce to cater the current and the future job opportunity in the country, right? So of course, when we promote the engineering program to the students, we will the first thing that we consider is the job opportunity,
right?
Because you don't want to produce the graduates who cannot get a job out there. So basically, it's a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
So from my point of view, the job opportunity is the main concern for students to choose any engineering program.
Can you also share with us what are some of the engineering programs that we offer here in SEGI?
Okay, in SEGI College, we are focused in the program where there are many job demand out there, which including the automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, and also electrical and electronic engineering.
Right, I see. And if you look at the slides here, Dr. Teo has also very kindly prepared this slide. It's a cutout from Industry Forward report by the Ministry of Foreign Trade and Industry, right?
Yes. In year 2018, Malaysian government have actually laid out a future plan to cater the evolution of IR 4.0. So our Malaysian government are portraying the future industry in Malaysia. So as you can see, there are actually 6 areas that have been highlighted by Malaysian government. So the number 1 is actually electrical and electronic engineering. They will be the main focus of our Malaysian government. And the next is the machinery and equipment, which is equivalent to mechanical engineering.
Right.
And the third is chemical engineering, and the fourth is the medical devices and aerospace. And the last one is others, where including the automotive, transportation, and so on.
Right. I see.
So as we can see, this is the this report is talk about the future job market. So on our right side, I'm not sure whether appear in the screen on left or right. Okay, so I actually crop the data from JobStreet. Actually, this data was cropped in uh, December of year 2019.
2019, yeah.
Before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right.
So they will give a better prediction for the job opportunity.
Right.
So as we can see in the engineering, there are many job opportunity in electrical and electronic engineering. If you sum together, I believe the job opportunity is close to 1,000. Yeah. And the second one is actually mechanical and automotive engineering, where attribute to about 654. And actually, this is a two mainstream of engineering in Malaysia because we have many SME.
Right.
And basically, as I mentioned, all the SME are required mechanical engineer and also electrical and electronic engineers. As compared to other science stream programs at the bottom, of course, personally, I find that biomedic and biotechnology is very important areas, especially in the current situations.
Right.
However, in Malaysia, we are not so advanced, or the development of the biotechnology is not so advanced in Malaysia. So the job opportunity in the market, as compared to engineering program, is considered quite minimum. So for the science stream students, if you want to study any program, I would like to advise you to zoom into the job opportunity in the market, because
that is the most practical indication of what the future will look like, isn't it?
Yes. Personally, even though I am not a businessman, but all the while we are talking about the return of investment. Education is an investment.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you got a job after you graduate. And
exactly.
This is the meaning or the purpose of the tertiary education.
Exactly. Right. Spoken like a true economician come engineer. Yeah, so thank you, Dr. Teoh, for sharing. So just to sum up, right, we have completed the first, the first segment of today's discussion, where we could zoom into different sectors of engineering and to sort of give you, some information about what the future will look like. Right now, what we want to zoom into is to talk to you about the three things that you must know before signing up for an institution. Because I think for engineering students, right, generally they would already know which pathway they want to go. But now it's just a matter of choosing the right institution for them. How would you go about doing this, Dr. Teoh?
Yeah, basically, I have summarized it into three areas. The first one is about the accreditation awards.
Can we bring up the slides?
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, in Malaysia, when you choose any program, not only confined in engineering, for any other stream, it's very important the program is recognized by MQA and also KPP, which is our Ministry of Education. When it comes to the engineering program, of course, you want to choose the program that recognized by Board of Engineering Malaysia, or in short called as BEM.
Right.
Okay. Of course, the world ranking is also one of the consideration for most of the students. In Malaysia, we usually follow the QS world ranking.
Right.
Yeah. But actually, in Malaysia, we do have our Ministry of Education do have a measurement for the college. So we call it as a MyQuest. Okay, just a highlight for the students. Actually, SEGI College Subang Jaya, we are rated as a 6-star college in Malaysia. Right.
And in across SEGI group of colleges, we also have colleges from Penang, KL, as well as Sarawak, and all of them has also gotten 6-star recognitions over the years, and we've been very consistent in our ranking. So so this is the first point that students should consider, right? Accreditation awards and the BEM recognition. Shall we move on to the next one?
Okay, again, a little bit advertising for my program. Okay, so in year 2020, SEGI group of colleges have signed an MOU with University of Malaya to come out a partner program, which is a 3+1. So in short, I just go to a quick summary. In 4 years' time, student will get a UK degree, which is the degree from University of Sunderland, and University of Malaya Master in 4 years' time.
Right. So for those of you who are watching this right now, I want you to write this thing down. Write down 3+1, because this is something that Dr. Teoh is going to explain further in his next slide when we talk about duration of study. This is very, very important. So make sure you have this written down. Let's look at our slide. Let's talk about duration, Dr. Teoh.
Yeah, come back to the return of investment.
Right.
Of course, if you can make it shorter, meaning that you have more time to gain the experience in the industry. In general, most of the engineering programs is 4 years in degree.
Right.
So over here, I have concluded the 3 pathway for the 4-year degree. And also, after the 4-year degree, you can actually top up another year to get master, which is 5 years. However, under the UK system, because Malaysia, we are a Commonwealth country, so basically we inherited a lot of system from UK. Another pathway for engineering program is 3+1. 3 years degree program, top up with 1 year master program to fulfill the requirement of 4 years. So over here in SEGI, we are partnered with the University of Sunderland to offer the degree, the 3+0 degree.
Which means it's a 3 years degree and you can complete everything here in Malaysia.
Yeah, they can complete the degree in Malaysia. So to save the money, again, come back to the ROI. This is a very good point for students to get a UK degree. We're now spending a lot. And after student completed the 3-year degree in SEGI College, they can actually choose to top up 1 year master program in University of Malaya.
Wow.
As anyone are well aware, is very well recognized in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So imagine, after 4 years, if you have a UK degree and a master, you will be considered more competitive as compared to others graduates from 4-year programs in general.
Right. So it's actually a very simple math here. When you want to pursue your tertiary education, let's say if it's engineering, number one, it must be PM recognized. And in order for that to be recognized, then you need to go for a 4-year program. So within 4 years, how can you get the most out of your 4 years? One of the solution or one of the unique selling proposition that SEGI offers is our partnership with University of Malaya, where you can do your degree and masters all in 4 years, while your peers only graduate with a degree within that 4 years period of time, right? And let's talk about cost and return of investment. Again, this is Dr. Teoh trying to be a economician.
I believe this is not my concern, but it's also a student's concern.
Right.
More importantly, I think this is a parent's concern as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I just did some survey in Malaysia. What is the fees for the engineering program? So if we zoom into some engineering program in private university, 4 years program, the cost usually is about 80,000 to 150,000. Wow. And as everyone aware, in Malaysia we have many university from overseas. They are offering 4-year program as well. The cost is around 100,000 to 200,000,
which is fairly high.
Take it as an investment. And besides, there are many UK universities set up a branch in Malaysia where they are offer 3+1 program, which is a very traditional or old-fashioned engineering programs. Right. Which is and the cost 3+1, meaning the 3-year degree plus 1 year master. The total cost can be go up to 200,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, this is a so-called investment. In SEGI College, SEGI Group of Colleges, we are partnered with the University of Sunderland to offer the engineering degree programs, and we have signed MOU with University of Malaya for students to top up 1 year master program, and the total cost is only around 100,000. Yeah,
which is very, very competitive, isn't it?
Yeah. So before we zoom into the return, I believe it is very clear. For over here we can do a summary. if students want to invest in engineering education, they should try to zoom into the lowest cost with the highest recognition. So I humbly believe our program in SEGI Group of Colleges are offering a UK degree UM Master with only 100,000, and it's very competitive. And after our student graduates, as compared to the 4-year program, students are having a postgraduate
degree
qualification, which is a
postgraduate
master.
degree.
So maybe they will have a better opportunity as compared to others. And not to mention, if students don't want to practice as an engineer in industry, if they want to divert into education line, just like me, the master actually carries some advantage for students to be a lecturer in the university or colleges.
So by having masters also opens you to a lot more different pathways, isn't it?
Actually, the higher qualification not necessarily warrant for the better future, but they open more doors for your career pathway.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Dr. Teo. Now, and I'm very sure for those of you who are watching right now who are students, you also have this question in mind, which is, how do you plan for the next step? And at this point, I would also like to invite students or viewers, parents who are watching this live show. If you have some questions, please put it in the comment section. Our counselors will do their best to answer each and every one of your questions, because we're coming to the end of our presentation already. But otherwise, let's move on to the last section of today's talk, and that is, how do you plan a student's next step? And I would like to bring up this topic to you, Dr. Teo, and this is something that a lot of high school leavers are facing when it comes to engineering program. Foundation or degree first? Foundation or diploma? Which one do they go to? What's the difference?
Yeah, I think this is one of the very common frequent asked question. So let's talk about duration first. Foundation usually take only 1 year,
right,
for student to before the student articulate to degree programs. Whereas the diploma program usually is 2.5 years. But student can articulate to the second year of the degree program. So in short, the difference between foundation and diploma in duration is 6-month difference, or I should say maybe only 1 semester difference. However, in foundation, student will learn something more general. For instance, foundation in science, student will still learn about the biology, chemistry, and also physics. However, when students have decided to study in engineering, not necessarily they spend time to learn about biology because it's not so relevant to engineering programs. So if students are very firm to their, for the program that they want to study, maybe diploma programs is a better idea, because students will only focus in their area of expertise. So they were not wasting time to learn something which is not relevant to their niche area. However, foundation do have an advantage. If for the students who are not sure what you want to study from now, maybe foundation is a good pathway for you to buy time to study 1 more year in general before you make any decision where you want to choose any programs in engineering or other stream. Right? So I think this is the major difference between the foundation and diploma.
So at the end of the day, it comes back to the student, right? If you are not sure which pathway of engineering you want to go, maybe a foundation program is right for you. But
yes.
If you are quite clear already, then actually diploma could be a better pathway.
Yes.
Right. So that's foundation versus diploma. Let's move on to our last slide today, and that is to contact the counselors for more information. Okay, so this is where the advertisement is.
Because the time is very limited, so I cannot zoom into details unless the students or parents are coming to the SEGI college to talk to us, or else maybe it's more feasible for students to contact our counselor to get more information, not only in the programs and also in the fees, in the arrangement. Right. So maybe Shiva, you want to highlight?
Yes. So we mentioned that SEGI Group of Colleges, we are a group with 4 sister colleges and 1 regional center. So I just want to take a short moment to introduce to everybody where are the campuses. So we have a campus located in SEGI College Penang, which offers engineering programs as well. And we are streaming to you live from SEGI College Subang Jaya, which is in Subang Jaya. We also have a sister campus in SEGI College Kuala Lumpur, as well as a campus in Sarawak. And for those of you who are in Johor Bahru, you can also drop by our regional center located in JB to find out more information about programs that we offer. So this gives you like a breakout of, like a layout of where are we. And lastly, in SEGI Group of Colleges, right, we believe a lot in excellence, and we believe a lot in awarding excellence, and that is why every year we have pledged millions and millions of ringgits in scholarships, and of course a lot of freebies as well for students up for grab. And the tagline in SEGI is, everybody gets a scholarship. So really, if you are interested in engineering program, I would like to encourage you to, scan the QR code that is shown on the screen, and it will bring you to WhatsApp, and then you can, talk to our counselors from the 4 campuses that we're in. Ask them about scholarship, ask them about freebies, ask them about the engineering program, and I'm very sure they are, able to give you more information. And if you want to speak to the man himself, Dr. Tew, we'll be more than happy to connect you with him, maybe over Zoom if you are not in Subang Jaya. But if you are in Subang Jaya or in Penang, let us know, and come to the campus, and we could introduce you to all of our academicians in the campus. Yeah. So I think we've come to the end of our presentation here today. I thank everybody for spending your time with us today. And if you see at the comment section, you can also see Mr. Ken has left a message telling students, you can also contact him if you need more information. And with that, I think we are here to sum up the session. So Dr. Tew, any last words or any final words of advice for students watching?
Yeah. So actually, in the current situation, everybody are having a hard time to further their study. So actually, SEGI Group of Colleges, we have came out many scholarship to help the students. So I think students shouldn't waste the opportunity to contact us to get to know more information about, especially in the scholarship, to help your parents, to save money, and you can further study without wasting time to stay home. So with that, I conclude my session today. So hope to see you all in the near future.
Thank you, Dr. Tew, for joining us. Yeah. And thank you to all of our viewers out there. We'll see you again in our upcoming sessions. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.